The mists of time obscure the precise details of Boudica's birth, but scholars generally place it sometime around 30 AD in the territory of the Iceni, a powerful tribe inhabiting what is now East Anglia in Britain. Her father, likely a king or chieftain of considerable influence within the Iceni, remains unnamed in the historical record, a testament to the challenges of reconstructing a life from fragmented sources. Her early childhood would have been immersed in the vibrant, complex culture of the Iceni, a society shaped by its own traditions, beliefs, and social structures, largely independent from Roman influence at that point. We can imagine her learning the skills and knowledge necessary for a woman of her standing, including diplomacy, administration, and perhaps even the arts of war, though the extent of a woman's formal education at the time is difficult to ascertain. Her marriage to Prasutagus, king of the Iceni, marked a pivotal moment in her life. This union not only cemented her position within the Iceni's power structure, but also inextricably linked her fate to the ever-growing Roman presence in Britain. Prasutagus, a shrewd leader, initially opted for a policy of alliance with Rome, a strategy common among many British tribes seeking to maintain a degree of autonomy while navigating the complexities of Roman expansion. This alliance, however, would prove to be a fragile one, ultimately leading to catastrophic consequences for Boudica and her people. The couple had at least 2 daughters, whose names have sadly been lost to history, but who undoubtedly played a role in the family's political and social life. The death of Prasutagus, around 60 AD, marked the beginning of Boudica's harrowing journey. In a calculated move, Prasutagus had bequeathed his kingdom jointly to his daughters and the Roman Emperor Nero, hoping to secure the Iceni's future by appeasing the Roman power. However, this shrewd strategy backfired spectacularly. The Romans, notorious for their disregard for local customs and traditions, promptly disregarded the will. The Roman governor, possibly Suetonius Paulinus, annexed the Iceni kingdom, subjecting it to Roman rule and seizing its assets. This blatant act of aggression was not merely a political maneuver. It was a profound violation of the Iceni's sovereignty and a brutal assault on their cultural identity. The ensuing treatment of Boudica was even more egregious. She was flogged, her daughters were publicly raped, and the Iceni were subjected to systemic oppression and violence. This was not simply a matter of political expediency. It was a deliberate, calculated act of humiliation and subjugation designed to break the spirit of the Iceni and to serve as a warning to other British tribes contemplating resistance. The Roman actions were a stark demonstration of their imperial arrogance and their willingness to employ brutal tactics to maintain control over their newly acquired territories. These brutal acts ignited a firestorm of rebellion within Boudica. The humiliation and suffering she endured, coupled with the flagrant disregard for her husband's will and the oppression of her people, fueled her rage and resolve. She rallied the Iceni, and remarkably, she also managed to unite other tribes who felt the weight of Roman oppression. The Trinovantes, another significant tribe, joined her cause, drawn by the promise of liberation from Roman rule and the hope of reclaiming their independence. Boudica's leadership was not simply a matter of inherited power. It was a testament to her charisma, her ability to inspire loyalty, and her unwavering determination to fight for her people's freedom. The rebellion itself was a whirlwind of strategically brilliant attacks and devastating victories. Boudica's forces, initially comprised largely of Iceni warriors, swelled significantly with the addition of other tribes, creating a formidable army. Camulodunum, the Roman administrative center in Britain, was the first target. The Roman forces stationed there, caught off guard by the ferocity of the initial assault, were utterly defeated. The city was sacked, and its inhabitants, including Roman citizens and their collaborators, were brutally slaughtered. This victory was not only a military triumph, it was a powerful symbol of defiance, a potent demonstration of the Iceni's determination to resist Roman oppression. Londinium and Verulamium were next in line. Boudica's army marched upon these strategically important Roman settlements, and once again, the Roman forces were overwhelmed. The cities were razed, and the Roman population was subjected to horrific violence. The scale of the destruction and the brutality of the attacks speak volumes about the intensity of the rebellion and the depth of the Iceni's resentment towards Roman rule. The accounts of the rebellion, though often exaggerated for dramatic effect, paint a vivid picture of the devastation wrought by Boudica's forces. However, the rebellion was not without its limitations. Boudica's army was primarily comprised of lightly armed infantry, and they lacked the sophisticated military technology and training of the Roman legions. While their initial victories were impressive, they were largely due to the element of surprise and the sheer ferocity of their attacks. Furthermore, the lack of a unified command structure among the rebelling tribes likely hampered their ability to sustain a long-term campaign. Suetonius Paulinus, having initially underestimated the threat, returned to Britain with his legions and engaged Boudica's army in a decisive battle. The exact location of this battle remains a matter of debate among historians, but it is believed to have taken place somewhere in the Midlands. The Roman legions, with their superior training, discipline, and weaponry, decisively defeated Boudica's forces. The casualties among the rebel army were immense, and the rebellion was brutally crushed. The aftermath of the battle marked a tragic end to Boudica's struggle. The exact details of her death are shrouded in mystery. Some accounts suggest she took her own life to avoid capture and further humiliation, while others claim she died from her injuries sustained in the battle. Regardless of the precise circumstances, her death marked the end of a significant rebellion against Roman authority in Britain. Her legacy, however, lived on, becoming a powerful symbol of resistance against oppression for centuries to come. Her story, though told through the lens of Roman historians, continues to resonate, a testament to her courage, her leadership, and her enduring spirit in the face of overwhelming odds. The details may be fragmented, the accounts may be biased, but the impact of Boudica's rebellion remains a crucial element in understanding the complex history of Roman Britain and the enduring struggle for freedom and self-determination. Her name echoes through history as a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the profound consequences of imperial ambition.